Hello students, welcome to the channel. Today I will give the explanation and answer of 1.3 The Pilgrim from 8th standard English Balbharti. Let's begin with the warming up questions. First one is make group and discuss the following. तो स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ पर क्या पूछा गया है कि ऐसी कौन सी प्रॉब्लम थी जो बहुत पुराने ज़माने में नहीं सॉल्व हो सकती थी और आज इजीली हम सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. सो द आंसर इज Centuries ago, travelers did not have the modern amenities like traveling in vehicles, knowing about the weather in advance, and other protective gear. They had to travel on foot without the knowledge of changing weather. The other danger would be of animal attack, as the earth was covered with dense forest everywhere. But the most fatal of them all was incurable diseases like tuberculosis and cholera. Second one, name a few scientists, explorers, social reformer, inventors, discoverer who spent most of their lives to find solution to some major problems, setbacks that mankind faced. Answer is scientist Albert Einstein was a great physicist and mathematician who gave the theory of relativity. Explorer Christopher Columbus explored America. And social reformer Mahatma Gandhi brought freedom from British rule in India. Inventor Thomas Alva Edison invented the light bulb. Discoverers Roger Bacon discovered the magnifying glass. Next one, that is C1. What inspired them to spend the best part of their lives to research and share their findings? Answer, yes, they did suffer problems and setbacks, but they strived hard to find a solution to these problems. Question D is, what inspired them to spend the best part of their lives to research and share their findings? Answer, the perseverance to help others may have inspired them to spend the best part of their lives to research and share their findings. See question number 2. Read and understand the following poetic devices. First one, if two or more words in the same line convey the same meaning, the figure of speech in that line is called tautology. For example, it brought joy and cheer. They groaned with aches and pains. See the first line, joy and cheer का मतलब होता है खुशी. तो मतलब एक सेंटेंस में दो वर्ड ऐसे आए जिनका मीनिंग सेम हो तो उसको क्या बोलेंगे? टोटोलॉजी. सेकंड सेंटेंस में देखो एक्स एंड पेन्स का मतलब होता है दर्द, तो दोनों का मीनिंग सेम है ना, तो उसको क्या बोलेंगे? टोटोलॉजी. सी द B1. Poet often changes the proper grammatical orders of words in the line of a poem in order to make the lines rhyme or to emphasize upon something. The figure of speech in such line is called inversion or anastrophe. For example, up came the sun, down the hill it flowed. अभी इन्वर्जन की डेफिनेशन देखो. इन्वर्जन इज अ टर्म यूज टू रिफर टू द इन्वर्टिंग ऑफ द नॉर्मल वर्ड ऑर्डर इन सेंटेंस और फ्रेज. इन्वर्जन में पोएट क्या करते हैं, जो सेंटेंस रहता है उसका उलट पुलट करके सेंटेंस कंप्लीट करते हैं राइमिंग वर्ड बनाने के लिए. नाउ C1. व्हेन अ क्वेश्चन इज आस्क्ड इन ऑर्डर टू क्रिएट ड्रामेटिक इफेक्ट एंड नॉट टू गेट एन आंसर इन अ लाइन ऑफ द पोएम, द फिगर ऑफ स्पीच इज कॉल्ड इंटरोगेशन और रियोटोरिकल क्वेश्चन. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, व्हाट इज दिस लाइफ इज if full of care, when can their glory fade. सिंपल वर्ड में अगर इंटरोगेशन को डिफाइन करेंगे हम, तो जो भी क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है या तो फिर लास्ट में क्वेश्चन हो तो उसको इंटरोगेशन क्वेश्चन बोलेंगे या तो रियोटिकल क्वेश्चन बोलेंगे. नाउ सी द डेफिनेशन ऑफ इंटरोगेशन. Interrogation is asking of a question not for the sake of getting an answer but to put a point more effectively. Now see the poem. This poem is written by anonymous. Anonymous किसको बोलते हैं? जब हमें राइटर या पोएट का नाम नहीं पता होता है ना, तो उसको बोलते हैं anonymous. इस पोएम को मैं पहले शॉर्ट एंड समराइज फॉर्म में बताऊंगी. तो यहाँ पर जो है ना, दो पिलग्रिम यानी दो यात्री आपस में चल रहे हैं, ठीक है. तो चलते चलते उनको एक गहरी खाई से गुजरना होता है. तो जो ओल्ड पिलग्रिम होता है यानी जो थोड़ा बूढ़ा होता है, वो क्या करता है, आसानी से उस खाई को पार कर लेता है क्योंकि उसको एक्सपीरियंस होता है. और जो दूसरा यात्री होता है वो लेट पार करता है उस खाई को. तो जो बूढ़ा पिलग्रिम होता है ना, वो क्या सोचता है कि मैं इधर पे एक ब्रिज बनाऊँ, तो वो ब्रिज बनाने की कोशिश करता है. तो वो जो यंग वाला पिलग्रिम रहता है वो बोलता है कि क्यों तुम बना रहे हो इसको, तुम्हारा क्या फ़ायदा है, मतलब तुम टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे हो फालतू में इसको. तो वो जो ओल्ड पिलग्रिम रहता है वो क्या बोलता है कि अगर मतलब मैं तो आसानी से पार कर लिया हूँ, लेकिन जो मेरे पीछे वाला आएगा वो उसको तो डिफ़िकल्ट, मतलब उसको परेशानी झेलनी पड़ेगी इस को पार करने के लिए, तो इसलिए मैं यहाँ पर ब्रिज बनाऊँगा, ठीक है. तो जो दूसरा यात्री होता है यानी जो दूसरा पिलग्रिम होता है वो बोलता है कि तुमको इसका क्या फ़ायदा मिलेगा, तो जो ओल्ड पिलग्रिम रहता है वो क्या बोलता है कि मुझे तो कुछ फ़ायदा नहीं मिलेगा, लेकिन हमें आने वाली मतलब जनरेशन को सोचना चाहिए, यानी हमें अपना नहीं सोचना चाहिए, हमें सेल्फिश नहीं होना चाहिए, हमें दूसरों के बारे में भी सोचना चाहिए कि हमने जो डिफ़िकल्टी झेली है वो हमारे पीछे वाले ना झेलें। भी इस पोएम का सेंट्रल आइडिया देखो, द पोएम गिव अस द मैसेज ऑफ अनसेल्फिश लव एंड जेनरोसिटी टुवर्ड्स फेलो मैन। Now see the explanation of first stanza. The poem begins by telling us about pilgrim who was traveling alone on highway. Soon it was evening and the weather was cold. The poet also describes the evening as grey, which could mean cloudy or late evening time when the sun has just set. At that time he came to a chasm, a gap in the earth's surface, which was deep, vast and wide. Now the old man was able to cross it even though it was twilight time, as he was an experienced traveler who may have also passed this chasm many times. But even though he had crossed it, he stopped and built a bridge across it. Second stanza. As he was busy with his work, a fellow pilgrim reached there. He asked the old man why he was wasting his time building the bridge when he had already crossed the chasm. He also tells the old man that he is very old and he may not live to pass this way again, and so why build the bridge anyway. From third stanza, the explanation is the pilgrim stopped his work and lifted his old grey hat to answer the fellow pilgrim. He said that while he was traveling, he saw a young person follow the same path. That youth will soon reach this chasm, and in the dim twilight may not be able to judge the depth of the chasm, and being inexperienced may fall to his death, and therefore he was building the bridge for him. Now see the English workshop. Question number 1. Pick out words from the poem to fill in the verb diagram. They should be related to the theme in the verb. First one is travel. Journey, path, highway, way. Second, time around sunset, twilight, close of the day, evening and eventide. Second one, the entire poem is metaphorical, that is implied comparison. Match the words in column A with what they imply in the column B. See the answer. First F, second C, third E, fourth A, fifth G, sixth B, seventh का D आएगा. Next question. Read the poem and write 3 qualities of each of the following. The old pilgrim, experienced, helpful, considerate. Second, the young pilgrim, inexperienced, young, careless. Third one, the fellow pilgrim, curious, thoughtful and self-centered. B1, answer in your own words. First, why did the old man have no need to build the bridge across the chasm? Answer. The old man had already crossed the chasm and probably would never pass that way again, so he had no need to build the bridge across the chasm. B1. What explanation did he give to the fellow pilgrim for his thoughtful deed? Answer. The old pilgrim explained that the youth who was traveling the same path will soon reach this chasm, and in the dim twilight may not be able to judge the depth of to chasm, and being inexperienced may fall to his death, and therefore he was building the bridge for him. Third one, what message does the poem convey to all of us? Answer. The message that the poem conveys to us is that one has to be unselfish and generous towards our fellow man. The poem also conveys the message that the people who have gained experience and achieved success should help those who are inexperienced. Now see the next question B. Now write the rhyme scheme of the second stanza, that is double D double A double B, and third stanza, that is double E double A double F double C. Remember that a line in the second or third stanza may rhyme with the line in the first stanza too. You may use the same letter of the alphabet as used in the first stanza. C1. Find 2 lines that contain inversion. Came at evening cold and grey. To the far-haired youth may a pitfall be. Pick out 1 line each that contains the following figure of speech. First one is tautology. To a chasm, deep and vast and wide. Next is personification, the chasm which held no fear for me. Next is interrogation, why built ye here at eventide? Question is, imagine that you are fellow pilgrim and you wish to share your experience of the incident in the poem. Write a short article about it. स्टूडेंट्स, आपको यहाँ पर अपना एक्सपीरियंस लिखना है इमेजिन करके एज अ फेलो पिलग्रिम सो स्टूडेंट्स, यहाँ पर हमारा क्वेश्चन आंसर सीरीज़ ख़त्म हुआ. इफ़ यू लाइक आवर वीडियोज़, डू शेयर विथ योर रिलेटिव्स एंड फ्रेंड्स, and do comment and do like the video. Thanks for watching. Stay connected with my channel.